else get an unreasonable sense of power when you find one of your hairs on your cat as opposed to finding your cat's hair on you? Hey there, I'm Olivia. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm going to be doing a daytime look transitioned into nighttime, so if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, just keep on watching. Thanks. So when I was getting ready this morning, I had to be real quick because I just needed to get out the door. So I didn't really do much for my eyes. I just did my Ulta Beauty tinted primer. It's the Peach Glow one. I just did that and then tight lined. But that was all I did for my eyes. So for tonight, my husband and I are going to a concert. So I definitely want to do something a little bit more fun for my eyes. So I have a couple of products one that I haven't used at all yet. I bought it a little while ago because it was on sale, but I hadn't gotten a chance to use it yet. And then I have another eyeshadow that, honestly, it's one of my favorites, but it's one of those ones that just kind of got pushed to the back of my drawer, so I haven't used it in a while. So the thing that I haven't used yet, it's the Maybelline Color Tattoo Eye Chrome, and this is in the shade Fool's Gold. I tried some of the Color Tattoo like pots, but I haven't used any of the ones that are in the little wand. So I'm excited about trying this one. So far I've only swatched it on my hand, and at first I thought it was gonna be just kind of like a weird bronze color. But then I saw as it kind of sheared out more that it does have kind of almost like a green gold shift to it. So I think that this is gonna be really fun. What I want to pair it with is, it's an old like e.l.f. eyeshadow duo, and I had gotten this in, I think it was like a holiday set, maybe even a year or two ago. It had 3 of these little duos in it. This was my favorite one though. So it has a really pretty like cool toned transition shade. This was one of my favorite shades to use. And then it has this really pretty gold. It's so soft and buttery. It's kind of ridiculous. And what I love about it is that it's very cool toned. So my plan is I want to put the Maybelline Color Tattoo one all over my lid, and then I want to do a cut crease with the gold. Either all the way or just a half cut crease. I'm not sure yet. But that's my plan, so let's get started. Okay, so since my eyes are already primed, I'm gonna go ahead and start with this really cool toned brown that came in this duo. And I'm gonna grab my, let's see here, it's the Morphe M441 brush. This is my favorite crease brush. I don't feel like I need a ton built up necessarily because I am gonna be using the liquid eyeshadow that I know is gonna be like really pigmented. And then I want to do that cut crease with the gold, but I do want to have a little bit of something down first. I'm not sure quite how high I'm going to take the liquid eyeshadow. I'll probably try to keep it kind of right at my crease, maybe blend it up a little bit. And to start with, I don't want to go too crazy with it because it is a really dark color. So I'm just going to put a little dot, I think. You know what, let's just start with one eye because I'm not sure how quickly it dries down. And then I'm going to grab my e.l.f. Blending eye brush and just blend that out across the lid. And we'll kind of see how far a little dot goes and how much I need to add. This brush might actually be a little bit too big. I think I'm going to have some trouble controlling it right in my crease. I don't want to take it much higher since it's so much darker. So I think what I'll actually do is grab, let's see here. I think I'm gonna grab my e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. This one is a little bit flatter, and instead of one that's so round, I just kind of want to pat it into the shape that I want. And I'm gonna work this into a V on the outer corner. So I'm actually really happy with how that looks for now. I'll go ahead and do the same thing on the other eye. Okay, so here's where we are now. I do think that this product has a little bit of a learning curve to it. It seems like it dries down pretty fast. So what worked best for me, I used the wand that it came with just to draw it into basically the shape that I wanted. And then I used that, what was it called? Just the eyeshadow brush, just because it has a relatively thin edge. Not to blend it in circular motions, but just to kind of push it along that line so that it sort of softened the edge, and anywhere where it was slightly crooked, it just kind of blended it all together. It's definitely very dark, but we're gonna lighten it up with doing a bit of a cut crease now. So for that, I'm gonna grab my trusty Shape Tape, and I have this one in the shade Fairlight Neutral. And again, we'll just start with one eye at a time because I don't want it to dry down weird in between. So I'm gonna put a little dot on my the inner part of my eye here. And then the brush that I really love to use for doing a cut crease, it's one from Wet n Wild, and I don't know if this is just like a flat shader brush. It doesn't have the name on it, but it's just got a really thin edge, so it works really well for me. I think for getting the inner corner, I'm actually gonna grab this little brush that I have. I've had it for years from Essence. Just pick up some of that gold and work that into the inner part. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna blur the line between the gold and the fool's gold a little bit, so we'll just pat this along that line. Okay, so I think that looks really cool. Let's go ahead and do the same thing on the other eye, and I'll be right back. I'm really happy with how this looks so far. I think that light kind of cooler gold looks really cool over the kind of darker, more green gold. And I ended up taking the brown and the gold mixed together on my brush and just running it over the edge, over the cream shadow met that brown that we put down earlier, and I really like the effect. I like having shimmer in the crease. I think whoever said you can't have shimmer in your crease was probably just having a bad day, because it's a lot of fun and I think it looks good. So I'm happy with this. I think what I want to do now is take some liquid liner. And you know what? My original plan was that I wanted to do like a regular wing and fill it in and go across my top lashes, but I actually think it looks kind of cool like this. Just something a little bit more, I don't know, just kind of artsy and cool. I think it is anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it like this. Just outline the edge of the liquid shadow and do just a tiny bit heading towards the top. For mascara, I'm gonna use my Stila Huge Extreme Lash. This one is definitely one of my favorites. So go ahead and do that on the top lash. I'm not sure if, oh, I swear it's another cat hair. So I will do some mascara on my lower lash line, and I actually have one specifically for that I got from AOA Studios. This is the Skinny Underlash Mascara, and this one is nice because it just has this really, really teeny wand. So it makes it pretty easy to get on there without smudging everywhere. So we'll just pop that on. So that's my look today. I am super happy with how this turned out. I think it's really cool, and I'm happy that I got a chance to play with some liquid shadows. I haven't used them a ton. Most of the time I use powder shadows, and then occasionally I'll use like a cream shadow stick, but I really haven't done much in the way of liquid. So that was fun. I really like the shape that I was able to get with it, and I definitely want to play with this one and maybe even some other colors in the future. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had fun too. So if you'd be interested in seeing other videos in the future, definitely subscribe. And if you liked this video, I'd sure appreciate a thumbs up. So I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you again for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.